Um, I'm gonna look at this one as a tale of two games when we played them 6 weeks ago, and then when we just played them just now. When we went to Colorado, we got our butts kicked from start to finish, and did not look presentable at all. And today we're in a position to win with 3 minutes left in the game, so I have to have some perspective on it and be really proud of truly how far our team has come. And 6 weeks ago we had Mickey Purdue playing, and today we don't have her, but how far we've come collectively as a unit, and to be in a position to close the game out with 3 minutes left, but again not be able to do it once again. So frustrating pieces of that, not being able to close the door on teams as of late, but perspective on them giving themselves a chance to even be in basketball games that may be on paper that they shouldn't be. So really proud of our group. When I watch the film from 6 weeks ago and I watch this one today, I will see two different teams and this team for the better. So I'm proud of their effort, and I just wish so badly for them that they could win some of these close ones and just find a way down the stretch to just pull these out. They're working so hard. They're working their butts off, and they deserve it, and they've earned it. But unfortunately, like at this level, there is very, very little room for error down the stretch or slippage, and we've had some. So, but credit to Colorado. They're a very good team. I mean, she does a great job with them. They look like $1 million. I mean, they're about 6 inches taller at every position, and they're athletic, but we find a way to compete nonetheless, which I'm proud of our group for.
You talked about the fight, and there were many moments where it seemed like Colorado could have gone away with it early, but your team responded. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a team that responds and a team that continues to throw punches. It could be really easy for this team to get blown out by 40 tonight. You're coming off an emotional loss where you feel like you should have won one the other night, and that's a big game where there's a lot of buildup and there's a lot of emotions attached to it. They didn't get an off day after that game. They had to come the next day to work, to practice, watch film, and get ready to beat Colorado, and they believed that they could do that today. So the short turnaround off an emotional loss to come in here, the easier thing would have been to get beat by 30 or 40. And we have a team that doesn't shut it down, doesn't pack it in. They keep fighting. They've got a lot of character and pride, about who they are and what they do, and doing it to the best of their ability.
It felt like Sumaya came out firing on all cylinders. Was there any extra motivation you think for her or the team because of the heartbreaking loss on Saturday?
Yeah, I think there was extra motivation for everybody, and that takes a maturity to come out and have extra motivation versus go the other way. Yeah, I thought Sumaya came out and she was being aggressive like she has been for the last month or so.
Noelani, what do you think this team is learning about what it takes to close this game?
I mean, we have about like 3 freshmen starting. I mean, at the end of the day, like every loss, every win is a lesson. And I think it just comes down to staying tight on the defensive end, being aware of what the other teams are running multiple times in a row. Just finding a way. I mean, we're learning a lot. I mean, obviously we're not learning enough because we're not making changes, but I mean, all we can do is keep growing.
Noelani, what do you feel as a guard out there when things are starting to kind of crack a little bit in that fourth quarter, right? A couple turnovers in a row, they would get easy points in the paint. What are you trying to galvanize from the team as a leader to kind of keep that focus on the court?
Just staying mentally strong. I mean, I think there was a lot of calls that we may not have agreed with. There was a lot of things that could have or could not have gone our way, but just making sure that like we're not being too emotional with our reactions, not being too caught up in what the other team's doing or what the crowd's saying or whatever else. Like just making sure we're still locked in. We know that, all right, if it's their ball again, we have to get another stop. Like just continue. Like I'm telling them, not to foul, staying tight, what defense we're in, what we're supposed to be doing, what we want to do on offense. All the little things, all the details that gets us to getting a win.
What did it feel like when you hit that big buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter?
Felt like going into the next. It doesn't matter. I mean, we got the loss. I got to do whatever I got to do to try to get a win. But, I mean, it's always nice when you have your crowd behind you.
Lonnie, there's been some tough love moments recently between you and Coach. How would you categorize how you want to finish this thing out here in Arizona?
Yeah, at the end of the day, like I play basketball to prove myself right. I play basketball for my supporters and my family, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for Coach and all she's given me. I mean, regardless of what we have going on, like I go out there to play basketball. So.
Becky, Colorado has a game on a 18-3 run. Is there something they changed, started doing differently, or is that fatigue just setting in?
Well, they pick the pressure up defensively. I mean, they're huge. They're long. They're athletic, and through most of the game, they were kind of saggy and kind of less aggressive defensively. In the last 3 minutes, they had to pick it up. They were down, right? And so we just didn't handle that well. But we haven't handled pressure well with length and athleticism all season, and it's hard for us because we are so small. But we also are so young. But there's also no excuses at this point. However many games we are in, we have to handle those situations better.
Coach, like from Molly, see a lack of boxing out or anything, the differential, like you said, a smaller team, the rebound differential being such a wide gap. What was the thinking there of like maybe getting a little more size on the floor or that?
Yeah, this year it's kind of it's a puzzle in a lot of different ways. If you get more size on the floor with us, you lose offense. If you go smaller, you might be a little bit better offensively, but you lose size and rebounding. So it's constant puzzle with our staff of like, when you have some deficiencies in some certain areas, you have to really kind of pick your poison. And so we try to do that to the best of our ability as a staff to put our team in positions to win. So yeah, there's always something you could have done or done something else if it ends up not working out. But there are a lot of like things that go into our decisions based on this year's team, and we just do our job to try to put it in the best position to be successful. So.
Molly had probably her best game of the season. What did you see from her? What do you like from her?
Tonight I saw what I saw from Molly for the last 2 years when I recruited her in AAU and in high school, and that scorer's mentality, that blue collar, chip on her shoulder, straight line driver, confident kid. And I hope this just launches her into an upward trajectory that we'll build off of for her. But I've seen that from Molly before, and I'm proud that it showed up tonight.
Becky, no Cam or Abby tonight?
Yeah.
Any updates there?
Yeah, just that they didn't go in the game.